on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yo, oh, my mic went down.
Shit.
What is this?
Yep.
What's good? What's good? Is this supposed to be a little closer? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to another episode of Podcraft. Is it retrograde or something like that? It's like my mic. It's like when I talk, my mic go down or something like that.
Oh yeah.
He's got to point it towards him.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like sound like the sound's going whoa. Now it's good. Now see, there you go again.
It's a directional mic, so you got to make sure it's pointing right at you.
All right. So when I'm talking like this, okay, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
hear me good?
Sound. You sound clear.
All
There
right,
you go.
baby. Okay.
Get a little closer.
Yeah, let me get close.
Yep.
We're not really. I mean, these mics are like Joe Rogan mics, where they're usually meant to be right in front of you. But
Are they new?
they're the same ones, but they're directional, so you really got to point it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You only have so much range in the funnel.
Right.
Well, let's get that started.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what up? Hold on. Shout out to Mojito.
Yeah.
What up, everybody, man? Welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. I'm your host, Killah Priest Iron Sheet. You know what I mean? Running the rock is none other than AD Dizzle.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah, no Solo Jim. He's in the middle.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
Are we going to be joined by your brother today?
Let me check. I ain't get back. I ain't hear the word, so
Okay.
we might not hear from him. No.
Yeah, no doubt.
We'll see.
No doubt. All right, y'all. What's good, man? What's good? There's a lot of stuff that's going on today. A lot of crazy. Yeah. I don't even have to say it. It's all in the media. Everything is going crazy. People going testimonies, a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all know what's out there. I mean, my whole life is not predicate just to go in there.
Right.
I mean, it's a big world. Like, what are we going to do for ourselves? You know what I mean? First and foremost, I want to shout out to Knowledge Born. He did a great job. He brought a legend on the show, on the wind down. If y'all missed it, man, go check it out. But it's good when y'all there in person, man. It's just, he brought Master Ace. That's before your time, Solo.
Definitely.
Juice Crew legend, Brownsville legend, and he also had the great Thurston Howe. E-Boogie was there, that was great, and then Illa G came through once again. Shout out to Illa G, E-Boogie. I mean, these guys are great. We was talking about a lot of things that happened in Brooklyn back in the days. If you was not there, then you did not know. A lot of legendary battles took place back then. When, it's all the making of becoming me and a lot of other things and a lot of hip hop. They were being born and birthed at that time. Whether you were a great dancer, a great graffiti writer, all of that was irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you put up on the walls, whatever you put, on the cardboard, there was no social media. People were just getting it in. You just have to hear about it.
Right.
Those are just legendary times. Took me back. And, we took a picture out in Europe, me and him, and I'm ready to see those pics. So I'll hold on to that. But, Jody Southworth was there. She said it was a dope show. Yeah. And like I said, we're going to do the Kickstarter soon for the movie. We'll be showing y'all a little bit of it. Did we show it that time? AD? Oh, we didn't. Little snippet.
Yeah, we showed a snippet.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to Dave Flores. I see you in the building. Word. We got work. We got work to do. That's gonna be my new slogan. We got work to do.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all know we're gonna get active. That's this. We have work to do. So. So shout out to Dave Flores in the building. I see you sold off facts. You know what I mean? Shout out to that brother, man. shout out to Tahuti too, man. For everybody who been coming through the show and those who be getting triggered weirdly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you gotta be tuning in, and you wonder why we rise our energy above the anger. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about, at this time, it's about information, getting it out, chilling, being the best version of yourself. And even when you think you're the best version of yourself, we still got more growing to do.
That's real.
You know what I mean? It don't matter what you pay. It's how you end up. See Puffy, he gave her 20 billion to be quiet.
That's crazy.
She said nope. Because you never know who's on you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at that. She stood up there and she testified. This is crazy, man. I have no place in that, but it's bigger than the OJ. It's everywhere. And when you start looking at it like, yo, man, it's crazy. Y'all can go see the details. It's very dark. Very crazy. I mean, people have their own opinions, But the system is like that. You can just do but so much in the system before they turn on you. And you got to remember, what's crazy is that you work so hard. You work so hard to get money, to be rich, to be famous, just to lose it and give it up. One day. Because of vices. The vices that are before us. What is it about the vices that keeps us trapped in the realm? It's so much. It's so many things out there that can. There's distraction. We talked about that. But the vices grab you and you lose it all like that. Demoted. Defamed. It's not the first one. Slave wrote. I said slave wrote Prince on his cheek. I should have said it that way.
Right.
But he's not the first one.
There are many.
So vices is like crazy. When you leave to yourself, that's what happened to the Caesars, yo. Caesars, they were rulers. Rulers. But then when you don't listen to nobody, check out the movie Caligula. It's crazy. For y'all, it's crazy. It's damn near porn. You know what I'm saying? And this was like, but I would call it an artsy film. But when we was young, it came out. And it's like no one ever told Caesar no. The Caesar I'm talking about is Caligula. Right? And he had all the riches. He was like the star back then. So I guess, being famous with being a king. That's what they talked about, kings. Kings and queens and the lifestyle of how they was living. They was damn near touring back then. They was doing all their thing. They was the only person that was known all over the world. He got so big, then he wanted to marry, let me look at the camera, his horse.
Yeah, that's wild.
He said, yo, this is my new wife. And they killed him. They said they couldn't do it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? They couldn't do it. It's like bestiality. It's just crazy because you never know these people and the vices that come out of people once they get something. That's
real. Yeah.
Shout out to one of the brothers on the panel yesterday said, I think it was E Boogie, said he won't let the game change him no matter what. He's gonna be him and true to himself. And that really hit me.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. Stay yourself and be you. Never jeopardize your integrity or put who you are up for gamble.
That's real.
That's my advice. And y'all getting it free.
That's real.
Straight up. When you start your integrity, the words that you live by, what you say, stick to it. Because that's what you got. All you got is your word.
That's real, yeah.
Stick to it. It's gonna pull through. I mean, you laid it out there, so stick to it. I'm free now. You know what I'm saying? I can do as many albums I want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not under the industry like that.
Right.
We was all a part of it. You know, but we are now free to do your own thing. Try to, you know, if you write a book, whatever, man, there's so many avenues you could do. Even if I was to go back, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm
going with my company.
Right.
And then you have a lot of people who do that. And I'm not going to knock the drill. Yo, I was so amazed when they first came out with the drill.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, these young brothers are killing it. Chi-Town, London, even New York.
Right.
But they was putting it out, and I understand that it was a dark organization world that was going on. They was communicating with each other. Thank you. Thanks to my son Z.
Right.
Putting me on. But you know what they was doing though?
Mm-hmm.
They were getting all this money because they was using the internet to put out their music, and it was all coming to them.
Mm-hmm.
The bad part is that they don't live that long to spin it.
Right.
Because it's tragedy out there. It's crazy. And we dying, y'all. Dying every day.
That's real.
And toxic, yeah, I like what you said. Solo gym. I mean, so the solar facts.
Mm-hmm.
Solar gym, solar fact.
Real
We're
talk.
dying, y'all. And either way, why should you die when you can live?
That's right.
You know, we want to tear the world up. But why don't you just build? Take that same energy that you want to put out there and destructive and be positive with it.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be positive with that same energy. One girl told me one thing that was deep. She was talking about out-of-body experiences.
Mm.
And she told me, she said, that you know what's crazy? What if you, because we was talking about dreams or something.
Mm.
And she said, shout out to Pam though.
Mm.
L sister, dog, just was all into cosmics and all of that. Just
Okay.
building. She used to, man, this is like, she used to blow my mind, man. We just talk, and she was always like, yo, what about this? We used to take walks.
Right.
Just walk all day. She was like, yo, what if you controlled that feeling of out-of-body experience? What if you controlled it?
Mm.
Or, how she put it? She said, even if you get high, if you smoking weed, because we talked about that, about getting high and having that feeling while you are higher of yourself, or you in another state, in a spirit, such as we say. What if you could control that, or you slow things down while you're in that mode to really look at things and be like, okay, like take it as a sage or said something that was real positive. I told her, I said, you know, sometimes when people get high, if you can't control, you know, it's kind of hard to control or balance yourself when you're not in control of yourself at that moment, right? Like, for instance, like if you got high, you took a mushroom or anything, you probably would have to control yourself, you know, like shout out to the great Hari,
Right.
and people who had was involved in ceremonies, call it.
Not too sure. But yeah.
The moistness is evident until moistened. I like that. Until the sage becomes lit. Ooh. Shout out to Dog V. Oh, y'all coming through. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Oh, that's ill. That sound like a master. Yeah, you got to master your high. Slick Rich said that. Walk straight, master your high. And I kind of took that like, oh, that's deep. Because you can have dopamine feelings of euphoria. What's the four chemicals? Almost like the four archangels that's in you. Dopamine.
Yo, you're getting close talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. The four euphoric feelings. Dopamine. What else is that controls the frontal lobe and the feeling of you feeling good?
Serotonin.
Serotonin. That's like the seraphim. You can take those or feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple more, right? So they make
oxytocin, which is the love hormones.
Yeah.
Mm.
And endorphin.
Endorphins, yes. Dopamine, serotonin, and all of that. You can have that, and imagine just feeling that and holding that feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? And controlling it a little bit. Taking control of yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be heavy.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's real
Person
talk.
that can do that.
Yeah.
It's like when you write a good rhyme or you hear a good song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's a release of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The land of milk and honey, the Bible, is serotonin.
Woo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jody. We'll come back to that. Hold on. Say that again. Jody said, look, dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin. Yeah, oxytocin.
Oxytocin is the love chemical. You get that from just cuddling with your girl for about 20 minutes.
Four corners of the earth. Yeah. And you can get that not just for your girl, you can hug your kids.
Yeah.
Your children. They can be friends, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying? So that feeling is ill. That's what they manage for, okay. Shout out to Taylor Decker. He said that's what they manage for mental illness. Do you know being alone, right? Like the system, they kind of like pushing us to be alone by ourselves, and that caused like mental health problems.
I can see that. Yeah.
Even in COVID, a lot of people broke up. A lot of things were happening. You know, some people found themselves. I did something to do.
Yeah.
Managed something to do.
Yeah.
You already know, AD. We started the Podcraft.
Yeah. Well, we had technically started before.
Yeah.
But we just ramped it up.
Yeah.
Afterward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started towards the end of 2008.
Yeah. Society is trying to push everybody to be by themselves. And it's deeper than just getting rid of the man in the house. They did that. So now they know that the women and children get them to start voting and put back into the system. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you make, create, give it back. And it's a vicious cycle what they're doing. They're becoming like, we call them big brother, but they're coming like you're hitting daddy.
Right.
I saw a post when they said, well, if they take you, how'd it go? If they take you, then you did everything for them. So when it's something like when they take your children or take you, something like that.
They take your children?
Yeah. Then you should have known because you gave everything to them. Something like that. So when they come claiming you, it's like a beast which you can't see.
Right.
Metaphorically. The internet has made people more antisocial. Yeah, that's another thing.
Definitely. Yep.
We give you a ball for that.
Yeah. I mean, people, that's real talk. I mean, internet did a lot of harm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, did a lot, you know what I mean? Crazy to say that, but yeah. That's the time we in this times. I think a lot of people need therapy. I think a lot of people need therapy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I think the mindset has became toxic a lot of times. I think a lot of people have toxic viewpoints, you know what I mean? And we're trying to go through this healing era. You know, I think a lot of people are trying to figure out the answers, trying to figure out what they need, you know what I mean, the medicine they need. And I think a lot of times, you know, I think it's just therapy. I think a lot of people need therapy. You know what I mean? I advocate for therapy too, because I think mental health is very important. And something you mentioned, COVID too. COVID was a very important time in my life too. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I discovered a lot of things in life about myself, about the world, how I view the world, and everything like that. It was the time I graduated college too. So, you know, it was crazy because, you know, a lot of it gave me that time, you know, because I hit my mid-20s. So it was actually pretty healthy. But I think a lot of people need therapy. They need to like go deeper because we typically stay on the surface to be safe. And sometimes you gotta find, like I always say this, you gotta go deeper into the water to find treasure. You know what I mean? So you gotta, find that with yourself. People don't know themselves as well as they do. It's important to be self-aware and try to strive to be better every single day. We all got something that we need to work on. You know what I mean? We just like to ignore the things we need to work on. The mindset, the way you carry yourself, all that type of stuff. But yeah, I think the world needs therapy. You know what I mean? I believe in world peace. You know what I mean? But we all gotta find peace within ourselves to even get that. So it's real.
That was dope. Yeah, therapy definitely helps, and you can find it. And just being, but some it's the trauma. Sometimes we don't talk about it, and there's internal stuff that sometimes when we kind of build is kind of therapy, because you got to go back in and see the trauma and pick it out. And people don't want to deal with that. They like to be comfortable.
Yeah. I think a lot of times people overflood their feelings. No, yeah. A lot of people overflood logic with their feelings, and I think there has to be a balance. You know what I mean? A lot of times, I think what people, they reject the medicine. You know what I mean? They don't like what it does to their body or like their mindset or whatever it could be. You know what I mean? Just don't. But I think you got to listen to some type of truth to get some type of recognition. You know what I mean? If I always use football terms, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the coach is being nice to you. If a coach is telling you're not good, or like he's pushing you to be better, right? Like he's trying to tell you like, yo, you gotta, to get our view, to see what you could do for us on the field. Like you gotta like prove yourself. It's hard to do it, but you gotta just recognize that self. All right, coaches don't think I'm good, so I gotta prove them wrong by my effort and show them my effort. You know what I mean? So I think that's life. People don't absorb the truth well. You know what I mean? They kind of like, you tell them something and they'll be like, nah, I'm okay with my bad behavior. And it's like, all right, it's hard to tell you something, but you gotta learn how to have a different viewpoint of things. I think a lot of people stick to their negative feelings, and I think you gotta embrace more of your positivity. But a lot of people like being negative because they've been wrong before by somebody else. You know what I mean? Walk in peace. My name means peace, right? So that's my whole message to the world is peace. You know what I mean? I try to pronounce peace with my actions and what I say. You know what I mean? I try to be very mindful of what I say, because sometimes I could work on how I, project things. You know what I mean? How I say things. Because I want people to understand where I'm coming from. Even though if I'm telling you a hard truth, I want you to understand that I'm not trying to attack you. You know what I mean? That's something that people have to work on with themselves. Why
do you think that? Because are we too sensitive? What you think? We don't want to hear stuff, and stuff bothers.
I think people don't want to reveal like their wounds a lot. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times people don't like looking in the mirror. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, you might not even recognize you're saying something from a poor viewpoint. You know what I mean? We don't really spread positivity a lot. A lot of times, we spread a lot of negativity because a lot of people have negative experiences. And I think that's just life. You know what I mean? I believe that life just happens. And yeah, you could go through whatever you go through. You know what I mean? And you could feel that feeling, but it's how you work on that. You know what I mean? Don't always go back to the past. Don't keep running back to the past. You got to go into the future. And have a vision for yourself. Have a vision on what is better. You know what I mean? If I keep a bad mindset in my mind all through my life, how am I going to ever improve that situation, or like a situation that's going to, I mean, I'm big on relationships, right? If I have a problem with somebody else, you know what I mean, that I'm close to, you know what I mean, what's that going to say about every relationship I get into, My belief is work and effort. You know what I mean? I should always work on my relationships. You know what I mean? No matter if it's difficult or not, you got to keep working on something to make a better solution for yourself. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times, I think people just, like people don't embrace being a bigger person. People don't embrace that because they deal with the wrong people a lot of times. And you got to learn that not everybody is there to give you a blessing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to learn, people not going to treat you well. You know what I mean? This is something I learned about kids. You know what I mean? Like when kids get bullied and stuff like that, it teaches you like, yo, not everybody's trying to be a friend. It's a real talk. Some people have vendettas against you, and you gotta look out for that, you know. But don't make it like everybody's like that, right? Like I can have a bad dating experience with a girl. I can't sit here and say, oh, every girl's gonna be like that. You know what I mean? I gotta just learn that. Okay, I mean, some girls not gonna treat me well. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm okay with it. I just have to learn on who I take my time and deal with. You know? Yeah, you just gotta have a better mindset for solutions.
Yo, give you some. You going in?
Oh yeah. I'm on one.
Yeah. No, because it's good to start talking about those things. We talk about that at the crib when we're at the tea house, and when we just be sitting, you know, or just moving through nature, and we sharing like a part that we because you never too grown to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like at the same time, it's like you got to slow down and just be like, okay, let me see, because there's certain things that I be just like, okay, I'm working on this, so I gotta do this and know how to move like this. There's nothing wrong with correcting yourself too, because positive education always correct error. Going back to you, right? So I'm like the corrections, that's peace. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so now I got to do it this way and then move it this way. Yeah. It's magic in that, y'all. It's magic in that. It's magic when you can just have, because you got another chance to get it, you got another chance to sit and get it right. And then when you come back again, oh my God. That's real. It even comes right. Word. Yeah, don't be afraid of the challenge, because I get my piece gets challenged all the time too. It's not like I'm just naturally always peaceful, but just that, you know, you gotta be you gotta just embrace the challenge. You know what I mean? I learned that life is gonna give you a lot of different challenges, but it's supposed to teach you good things. You know what I mean? It's supposed to teach you something. You gotta take some type of positivity out of the experience. You know what I mean? Because we typically view a negative experience and just always think it's negative, but like sometimes it teaches you something that, you know what I mean? It teaches you something. You got to look at it. Like, if I sit here and think of every negative experience in my life, and I believe that, oh, I should have had a perfect life. Like, no, you got to go through bad things. You got to go through negative experiences so you can appreciate the good times. You know what I mean? Because look, I mean, if we always had a good day, right? How can you ever really appreciate the good days after that? You know, you got to have a real bad day. I know it sounds crazy. Sometimes having a bad day, you guys just sit in that funk. It's okay. It's all right. You be all right. And you're going to have a better day. But when you get that better day, you're going to really appreciate it, right? The celebrations is even more important, right? Good example, when I went to college, you know how many times, you know how hard school was? You know what I mean? I had to take these essays, write these essays, and stressed out and all that. But like, yo, you know what felt good? When I graduated, it felt good. But it's just work, right? It's just constant work. You know what I mean? Just gotta take that time and effort not to get into a bad mindset about it. You know what I mean? Real talk. You gotta learn from those who went through it, and that's what it is. And like right now, my voice always cracking. Right now, it's like I say it's a very emotional, very informative, and time that we're in, and this is where we have to know where we're at, thinking wise. That's why I said this is like the practice. It's almost over, right? But it's good to go back into it. You know, if you have somebody that's close to you, that's cool. It's good to talk now, to really and focus and plan things out, do things, because we're at that time now where you see they coming down. Things are going down. Yeah. Salute to you too, Danny Warrior. Salute Priest, Solo Gems. Can't wait to see you perform out here in Chicago. Yes, I'll be out there in Chicago at the end of this month. Oh, word? Yeah, I'll be in Chicago at the end of this month. Also, not to change the subject too much, but if y'all go to my store, shout out to Tall God Hey Rule and Tall God Hey Rule. Shout out to what's that, Doglyville? You heard what he said, Solo? You heard what he said? He said Solomon is a killer pool player. What? Maybe. What? Funny. Got me finding out. Solo on that pool table. When you put the planets down there and you start playing pool
Oh yeah. I know.
Solo, yeah.
I got many different talents. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of my many different talents.
I wonder how they know that.
Wait a minute.
I don't know how you know that. I don't know how they know that too.
Isn't your birthday coming up soon?
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon.
When does Gemini season start?
Gemini season starts, I think, next week, right? I think next week, yep. Yeah, my birthday coming up. Yeah, it's real talk. The June 4th, you know, it's coming up. It's feeling good. June 4th, man. I feel good. Coming to age, you know what I mean? Getting closer to my 30s. Yeah, it's like, you know, but I have a vision for myself, and I have a vision for where I want to be at into my 30s, right? Because I'm in my later stage of 20s, and I feel like I learned a lot out of my 20s. Because, you know, people, a lot of times people fear turning 30. I kind of like learned to embrace it as I got older. And I learned that, you know, what 20s represented for me. And I've learned a lot through these times. You know, I mean, I've been through ups and downs, and I got my own good accomplishments. I have also had my good fair lessons of life, and I appreciate them. You know what I mean? So now that my 30s are coming up, I feel like I'm maturing. You know what I mean? And I feel like I got a good vision on where I want to be at into my 30s, and you know, because you know I'm getting up there. You know, sometimes I'm gonna start my little crew, because you know this is my dad, but I want my kids of my own too at some point. And yeah, you know, whenever, you know, obviously I got to meet the right person though. I can't just have a kid with anybody. But you know, when the time comes, you know, I'm getting close to my goals, and yeah, man, it's been a learning lesson. Life has been a learning lesson, so I feel good. Yeah, I know.
No doubt. Grandpa. Yeah, no doubt.
Real talk. You know, whatever.
Yeah, man. So, you know, shout out to is he coming on?
Is he coming on?
You back?
Let me see.
Shout out to they said a pool party. Yeah, well, that's a good thing about being a Gemini. You get the pool party birthdays. You know, Leos, Geminis, Virgos, they be ready for school, so they get fly too. You know what I mean? And the Taurus, guess the Taurus set off the summers, right? Right. Shout out to everyone out there.
I have mine at Dave and Buster.
Yeah, especially. Sound like Charlie Brown. I got a rock. Yo, I think I want to rock. Yeah, right. Yeah. All love, family. Shout out to Brent Frank, man. We see you coming through.
How you been, Frank?
Yeah, I know. Check it out, y'all. Now you can go to the site. I got them. Talk to the AC ones. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey.
Oh, this could be yours. I don't care. Yo, listen, I want to give one away.
It's yours.
Yeah. Give one away, because
okay.
I'm going to see who I'm going to give it to. This right here is a 2X, though, so you got to be a little bit. What's the name? We got the Practice Killah Priest t-shirts.
Yeah, there you go.
Right now, online. You know what I'm saying? Album cover. This is the cover. There's hitting little gems up in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we hit honeymoons. Yeah. So this is it. They're gonna see me.
Yeah.
How I look. See, this is the Practice.
Yeah.
Go get them now. While supplies last. Check it out, yo. So Practice 2 will be dropping. I still was waiting on Celestial Grammar supposed to outdo this one, but I don't know. It's definitely done, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting to see what we got. 2 albums coming soon, so there's one of them. Go get them.
Yep.
Available now.
This one I'll give away. Let me get that XL guy. Shout out to Solar Effects. It's not an XL, but I'm gonna get an XL for you. Shout out to C1s, man. When you out there, bro, hit me up. C1s. Yo, this is his work. You know what I mean? This is C1's work. You know what I'm saying? So everything's in-house. We got the whole family doing this. So y'all know. Shout out to my man Stevie. He did the first, what's his name? Small Abraxas joint. So now we just moving. We got things going. We got the Killah Priest. Thank you, Mo Life. We got the Killah Priest new shirts. We are out of large for that one person who got it. We won't get in touch with you. So the hoodie, not the hoodie, but the shirt. So we out of large at the front, but you see what's at the front right there, Praxis 2, you better get it. Right there, if your size, if you're like a 3X, 4X is 65. You gotta go up with that because it costs more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To buy the joints. But Ben Frank, what up, man? So I know it's gonna be lit up. And guess what? Those fans are starting to go now. I told you it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Yeah. So you be in the club at the bar, the fans is dope. Somebody had got like 6 of them. Word.
Oh,
so I'm like,
that's fire.
I understand because it's dope. And you'll see the clan with it soon. Because I talked to Mook. Shout out to Mook. You know what I'm saying? So
and they're going fast too. That's the
they're going
reason
fast.
Why you have to, have that price too, because these are limited edition.
Yeah, I'm not making no more of those. So those are 25. Hey, check it out. He just told me something ill too. I think if you put it behind the light, he said, "Yo, do they flash on the wall?" I said, "I don't know about that, but I just know that they light up in front of you though." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you talking about the fan lights, the fan words?
Yeah.
That's Priest's only fan right there.
Yes, mama. Wordsmiths are on here, man.
Yeah.
Playing wordsmiths, man. Oh, man. Yeah, Dave Flores, man. Yo, we got it for you. So, here we go. Yo. Abraxas 2
Looking
on
right.
its way soon, man. Who knows? I don't know. It might drop unannounced. Or it might be.
Yeah, fire.
It's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be good though. But yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Ben Frank. Kurt Go Bang. I like that name right there. Kurt Go Bang. Yeah, no doubt. Where's Rasul the King? I don't know where Rasul is. Rasul was last night when Rasul had some thing. He around. Yeah, he'll be around. You know what he do.
He's flying around like a
Yeah,
hawk.
Yeah.
Last time that Thali was on, he was going crazy. I can't believe this. What's wrong with this? It's Rasul chilling. He's probably looking right now. Word. Rasul chilling. Word. They've been working on him and Da Vinci been working on some
New tracks.
Royal Priesthood stuff. Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy.
Song.
Crip Jesus. I heard so much. Crip Jesus is over there. They all and that's dope because y'all don't know Lil Da Vinci is a musician also.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And like Ty Phoenix. Shout out to Ty Phoenix. She's an ill musician. Hold on, matter of fact, I gotta do something because I have to make sure. Man, we got a guest coming that's gonna be crazy. And I can't let. I wanted Ty Phoenix because she has a new album dropping. It's gonna be crazy. Word. And I don't want that guest to be on her time.
Oh, okay.
Everybody have their own time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got. Yep.
That's gonna be crazy. Also, we got your books, my brother. Yo, man, John Newsom, man, you incredible, man.
Real talk.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is about Manly P. Hall.
Yeah.
Oh man. And he signed it for me. Oh man, thank you, Mitch Hortz. Hold up. Remember Mitch was here?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's when AD was going crazy with the. I was like, AD, come on, man. You
Yeah.
ain't secret. Was you going to Googling that stuff up?
No.
But you was too sharp, brother. Come on, man. You ain't that sharp.
He was just talking about stuff that I knew about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not knocking your wisdom.
Yeah. It's
I'm not saying your wisdom, but you was like, yo, what about this, that?
Yeah, because he was talking about magic, so I knew a little bit about it. You know,
Chaotic magic?
Chaos magic.
Chaos magic. Yeah.
I'm a Marvel fan too, and supposedly,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch uses chaos magic, but the comic
Scarlet
books
Witch.
are saying that's a little different because that's coming from some energy that she touched. But in the real world, chaos magic is something else to where you're able to work with your subliminal mind.
Your subliminal mind. What part of the mind is that?
Your subconscious.
Your subconscious.
Yeah,
Right.
your subconscious. Now, technically, that's always being done. Like if you pray,
Yeah.
you're technically doing a subconscious ritual.
The lobes.
Yeah,
The lobes.
affirmations.
Which one? Yeah,
If you do affirmations, you're talking to your subconscious.
Yeah.
So all of that stuff technically is quote unquote magic because
What?
it's metaphysical.
Right. Okay. So what part is the dream part?
Dream parts are in your pineal gland.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that the?
That's the seat of the soul.
Seat of the soul.
Yeah.
So that it's like a soft, but it's so movie-like.
You have to get closer to your mic.
So soft, but it's like movie-like.
Aim it. There you go. Boom.
So the light.
Let me fix the lighting too.
Yeah, I want to see that. Fix the lighting.
It's because the sun's coming through.
I need to fix the lighting.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
You fix the lighting in your dream.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you fix the lighting in your dream?
Yeah, your third eye is the window into the spirit world.
Yeah, but do you have more than one lighting? Like, there's a set light. If your light start going, like, it's flashing in your dream.
Right.
Right? That's kind of wild. Right?
Yeah, that's wild. Yep.
And what colors you can remember. It's kind of,
Yeah.
But you know, you have your occasional out of body experiences, AD.
Yeah.
So you know you
nice.
you live in proof. So it's like, okay, if you have an OB oob or the oob.
Yeah, OBE.
Yeah, OB.
Astral projection.
We used to have a shout out to oob. Oob. That was in the chat a long time ago. Eris the lioness, I see you. Yeah, that is kind of deep if you think about it. Yeah. You look like you're fading away. Who, me?
Nah, I think that was from before.
It's a delay. So you're
okay.
seeing the reactions from earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so play what I just sent you, AD.
Okay.
We can go into a little chaotic magic because I was kind of like curious about it when we broke down the distraction parts of it. So he'll be back on to talk about Manly P. Hall.
All right.
Mitch Horowitz 2.
Chaos magic.
Yeah,
Oh, you got a whole thing here.
yeah. Well, we're just gonna do one. You been eating shrooms? Oh man, all day. What are the effects of that? It's
Wow.
Shrooms is an experience, man. I try to keep it under once a year,
Right.
Yeah.
if that even, because that's a mental reset. I
Yes,
think
thank you, Minio Tap. She say get your Abraxas shirt.
Yep.
The roost.
Right.
You know the secret behind the rooster call,
Right.
right?
Yep.
So when I said the rooster call from roof to floor, then you find out Abraxas. It's a rooster. They used to do that in the South. I want Crumb to break this down because it's kind of wild. Because in the South, or in the Spanish islands in Haiti and all Caribbean,
Right.
they cut chickens.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you look at the Abraxas rooster, that's what I said.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Got it.
Chaos magic is a modern form of occult practice that emerged in the late 20th century. Rooted in the principles of individualism and pragmatism, it diverges from traditional magical systems that often require strict adherence to established rituals and belief structures.
Can we stop it 1
Instead,
second?
chaos magic
I'm sorry,
encourages
I'm sorry.
practitioners.
Sorry, I'm doing this. What was the 2 words he said? Individualism, I know what that is. What's the other word? Let's look that up real quick.
pragmatic.
Pragmatic. What's the word for pragmatic? Let's look that up real quick. We slow walk this because we don't rush through nothing. I mean, we need the food
Dealing
to
with
fully
things
cook.
realistic.
Okay. To deal with things realistically. Right? So individually and pragmatic. Let's go.
To create their own methods and symbols, drawing from a wide range of influences to achieve their desired outcomes. The origins of chaos magic can be traced back to the 1970s in the United Kingdom. At its core, chaos magic is based on the concept that belief itself is a tool that can be manipulated to achieve magical results. Practitioners, often called chaos magicians or chaotes, believe that by altering their beliefs and using them temporarily, they can tap into the underlying chaos of the universe to manifest changes in reality. This approach allows for a high degree of experimentation and personalization, as there is no fixed dogma or pantheon to adhere to. Some common techniques include sigilization, where a practitioner creates a symbol representing their desire and then charges it with energy through meditation or ritual. Another method involves the use of altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by meditation, drugs, or intense physical activity, to facilitate magical work. Chaos magicians might also adopt and discard various belief systems as needed, seeing them as interchangeable tools rather than fixed truths. Gnosticism. Gnosticism is a diverse and complex religious movement that emerged in the early centuries of the Common Era.
You can stop. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Say G's moving silence. Yeah, we can. Yeah, somebody said shortcut. Yeah, but if you look at that, that's kind of heavy. Shout out to Eris. I see the bees. Yeah, no doubt.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on that, AD? That's kind of heavy.
I mean, it's basically all that we talked about with Mitch.
Yeah, when he come back,
Yeah.
oh man, he's gonna go into Manny P. Hall, and you know about Manny P. Hall. I talked to you about. Yeah, we watch Modern. You know, I got to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My son's today, so you have to have the balance of the two. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like, oh, now I get it. You gotta eat this whole thing and come back to it.
Right.
Like from you, Z, Root Dog, I'm like this. Okay, now I got it. I get it. You gotta take your time, and you can't be too far going here when stuff is going on here also.
Yeah, nah.
You gotta know certain things that's going on, like out there today. How is that? How is it going out there? You know, relationship wise.
Right. Yeah. That's
y'all getting along, or you know, is it crazy? Is it sick? You know what I'm saying?
Are you asking me now?
Yeah.
How is it relationship wise?
Yeah.
I think I could go. It's a lot. I mean, it's definitely a difference. It's definitely a difference between from the past and to today.
Right.
I do believe that you learn a lot from the past.
Right.
And you got to balance out with what's going on in the present. So in terms of relationship, I mean, I believe that a lot of high standards is going on right now. I think a lot of the standards are very unrealistic. It is mixed in. It's actually no. It's realistic, but it's mixed in with like toxicity. You know what I mean? Standards are way too high nowadays. That's how I'm looking at the relationships now.
Right.
Between man and woman. There's a war going on outside, but
that no man is safe from.
Yeah, exactly. But it's real talk. No, it's a war with relationships right now. I think a lot of people have high standards, and like I said, I think it's all therapy. I think everybody needs therapy. I think people are coming in thinking they deserve the absolute best from. I think a lot of people don't heal from their last relationship. I think that's what is going on today. A lot of people getting hurt, you know what I mean? Because a lot of relationships are surface level nowadays. Not a lot of deeper trail relationships. There's reasons why, you know what I mean? There's definitely reasons why. We don't really pronounce love the right way. There's a lot of toxicity. So,
right.
I mean, yeah, I can go deep. It's just that it depends on the what I need to talk about. Like from my standpoint,
I went there because I was basically kind of like bridging the gap between the metaphysical subject we was just on, the magic, into being, your what's going on to now in today's yeah. Because why would you listen to this? AD, is for you too. Why would you use these type of tactics in these times?
A good question.
Magic.
What tactic?
Magic.
Yeah, that's great. It's like part of the same thing like with affirmations.
Right.
It's just your awareness of the subconscious and your ability to manipulate your own thoughts, your own reality.
Right.
Using words, because magic technically is the art of language.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
At this point in history.
Yeah.
They still use it. Disney old men. Right? But they still, they're probably dead, right? At this point.
Who?
Disney.
Oh, Disney? Walt? Yeah, Walt's not alive anymore.
Yeah, but they still use these movies like Sinners. Who saw Sinners?
Oh.
Yeah. I heard about it, but I ain't gonna
we saw it.
You ain't go see the vampire trilogy?
Yeah,
is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a vampire movie.
I mean, I'm good.
It's the new movie that's out now.
I'm trying to see the next Avengers thing.
Okay.
So Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah, that I know that's out right now. Yeah.
What's Thunderbolts about?
That's the superheroes.
It's another Marvel movie.
Yeah, Marvel. No, Marvel gotta get their bag.
That's more my speed.
Marvel gotta get their bag. Real talk. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean,
Somebody said Walt was a pedo. Yeah.
Yeah,
that Walt Disney?
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
I don't know. They said Mike was a pedo, and that's turning out not to be true. You heard about that?
Nah. What's going on?
They were trying to frame him. They were trying to make Michael Jackson look bad.
Right.
But that's another topic.
Oh, yeah. I've been through that, though.
Yeah.
Solar Effects is trash, AD.
Oh, you talking about Sinners? He hasn't seen Sinners?
Oh, yes, he said it.
Sinners, I mean, yeah.
We don't know what Solar Effects
The new
is.
Sicario. Sorry, y'all. I want to see that. That's my movie right there. Sicario. Bring it back then. The Elegance.
Oh, all right.
All right. Nobody saw that but y'all.
Yeah. But
see that.
what will say? Oh no, but there's a couple of things I want to see. I know Final Destination coming out. That's actually what I kind of want to see.
I'm gonna pass on that one too.
I think this one's gonna be finally good. I ain't gonna lie. I think this one's gonna be the best one.
I think they're all good for their genre. It's just like not my type of thing because that's just it gives everybody anxiety.
Oh, that's why I like it though. I don't know why it's about it. I'm weird like that. I like things that play on your paranoia.
Oh man.
I like things that play on your paranoia.
So you don't smoke weed. That's why.
I used to, but it's
out of your system.
Yeah, it's out of my system.
When it's still in your system, the anxiety lingers for a little bit.
Yeah. But I don't know. Oh, yeah.
What you got there, Priest? What you got there?
I put it out fast.
Oh.
That's a form of nitro.
Right. Oh yeah.
This is nitro cold brew. I don't want nobody trying this. We're gonna do a challenge.
Oh, nitro. Oh yeah, nitro cold brew.
Challenge. Yeah, this is let me go in there. I started going to my back on my tea. I'm doing iced tea now. A little bit of iced tea. No sugar. Yeah. I'm not saying that sugar's bad. Yeah. Well, sweeten's not bad. Sweeten is not bad. So I'm doing that. Going on. We got the ill lychee. Ooh, the lychee color that's bomb.
Yep. Tea, yep.
So that's good. So we going on that.
Yeah, I'm getting more deeper into the tea.
So you gotta make sure your iced tea has ice cubes.
Oh yeah. That's real talk. You know what happens with ice?
Where's that? Let's play that. Yo, shout out to my man. Shout out to
What happens when ice touches? What happens when ice touches heat?
Play that clip, brother. Play that clip, brother. But what in the cup happened?
I don't know.
And I wasn't here. I watched y'all. You and shout out to Celeste.
You talking about
Stacy? When Stacy came on the show.
Yeah.
And it was just play that version so they can see it. You did a small version of that.
Yeah.
You can't remember that one when I said what to Sue that time?
Let's see.
Oh,
you got Mr. T on this one.
Mr. T. You see, I gotta find it now.
And you did it small. You know what I'm talking about, right? What Congo?
Yeah, when he got mad.
Yeah.
It would take me a minute to have to find that, pull it up.
You didn't put out who put out the?
That was me.
Oh, someone put out the clip.
Oh, you made that?
Yeah, I made that. Yeah.
Oh, Solo made that.
I made that. Yeah, I made that.
I didn't know it existed.
Let's put that out,
I can find it.
You gotta get the AD.
Send it to me on my WhatsApp.
Yeah,
on my WhatsApp.
Yeah, send it on this WhatsApp. That was funny, man.
I gotta find it now. I made that a while back ago. Oh, Mojito gotta be there.
Send it on my WhatsApp.
WhatsApp! Yup.
What did you say? Where's my bitches?
Is this it? I think this is it right here, right?
Well, we're waiting.
Got it?
There you go.
What's that?
You just got it, yep.
All right.
Should be, it's loading. It's
I
loading.
didn't know what happened with this. Y'all remember, if y'all watch this show, watch this right here. This part is hilarious.
That for real.
Shout out to I haven't even started it yet. Y'all
No,
already
'cause I'm already thinking about it. That's why. Good, play it.
Okay, hold up. I gotta set it up. On my
Yo, you said what happened when he touches ice?
Yo,
That's a backstory I need to learn.
shout out to Ice-T, man.
Yo, man.
Yeah, shut up. Much respect.
This was crazy. And he's like, yo, what up, Priest, man? Yo, shut up. Man. I was out in Washington with Ice-T.
What?
Yeah. And
What's up?
we was in the same room, man. We kicked it with Ice-T.
It was
A couple
dope.
times. That's highlights of my life to see OGs like that.
Mm-hmm.
People call me OG, and I'm like, well, I'm an OG. Shout out to
Original gang.
Yes, I am a OG now. What's up, OG?
That's for real.
Yo, shout out to Ice-T.
Same exact thing. You know what's funny? Him and I got a history together that I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to disclose on this podcast because that's between him and I. Because since Ice wants to come out there, remember Ice?
Yeah.
When you put a little heat on ice, you know what it does, right, baby? It melts. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to walk away with that ice because you don't want it with me, Playboy.
I want it without the music. What happened?
Yo.
Rewind that back so the audience can see. Because listen, they were just doing the show. Shout out to my man. He out here too. Producer Plug.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him up.
Yo. That for real.
Yo, shout out to Ice-T.
Same exact thing. You know what's funny? Him and I got a history together that I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to disclose on this podcast because that's between him and I. Because since Ice wants to come out there, remember Ice? When you put a little heat on ice, you know what it does, right, baby? It melts. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to walk away with that ice because you don't want it with me, Playboy.
Yo. Watch What? AD, because you kept a regular face. What happened?
I don't know.
Yo.
Apparently, he had some kind of history with the guy.
Look
But why would he leave the whole show just because?
I don't know. That's why.
Yo, I know he was bad. But what did he think Ice-T was really on the show?
Yo.
No, I don't know why he just left like that. It was weird.
Yo.
I'm like, okay, that's
Shout out to Wakan. We got to bring you back. I want the backstory on this. What happened?
I don't know. It seems weird that he just left though, because it's like
He dropped the mic.
yeah.
Yo.
He left. He exit stage 4.
Make the stage right.
Yeah, that was funny, man. Yeah, exit stage right. Yeah, that was funny. You know what? We should just do some of the funny things that happen on the Podcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? We should do an episode where we just all talk about, because we got a lot of fun.
No, it's funny as hell. Yo.
He dropped the mic and slid to the right, blazing.
Nah, but I'm trying to figure out what gets you that mad though. Like,
Well, we don't know what happened.
no. You don't just get up out your seat. Yo, he was like about to get passionate. Like he could have threw his mic around.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta be. Come on, man.
Because I wasn't there, and I was like, when y'all played that, what was I?
I don't even remember. That was a while ago. That was actually last year, right? That was last year.
Yeah.
Around.
That was the old.
You got the
setup.
original of that without the music?
I gotta find the hold on. I do, but it's like the whole. Let me see.
So you don't want it with me, homeboy? Believe that. Right?
He called him-
I got the whole.
He left the show. What Congo, man?
No, he left the show after that. That's what I'm trying to say. He went out the door and everything. He had to probably cool off.
He got mad.
Nah, you had to take. You got to cool off. Probably light up a cigarette.
All we did, we just played a clip.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, 99.
See.
Respect to the priest, everyone. Respect to you. Coming, no doubt. You start thinking about this. Man. What was the story? We'll just go back to remember I asked if your friend, person loaned you.
Yeah. Yeah.
A person loaned you the two.
Yeah, somebody that loans me 200 versus somebody who gave me 200.
Yeah, if somebody loaned you, and if somebody was lost too in the chat, if someone loans you $200, you gamble and you get
2 mil.
2
I
million.
remember you said that. 200. No, you said 200 million, but
Yeah,
yeah,
200
2 mil. Either way, like I said, like we
How much did the person who loaned you?
like I said, the person that loans me gets exactly what they loan me.
That's definitely
The person that gives me 200,
your friend.
my friend, that's a little bit more. I'll feel a little bit more indebted to that, so I'll give a little bit more money. You know, how much ever I feel like is just, or how close I am with that friend. But whatever it is, they most likely get more than the loaner. You know what I mean? The person that's loaning me money, you're gonna get the $200. You know what I mean? But the person who gives me money, and they're a close friend or a close person, they'll get more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, if they loan you, they get exactly what they loan, because that's the problem, because we think we owe everybody.
Y'all just get them a nice gift on their birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And then we think you dedicated to giving the person something when it was a loan from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But if your friend, because if you don't win the money, you got to still pay back the money.
Exactly.
But your friend gives it to you, so you don't have to pay it back. You get something, your friend, if it's your friend,
Right.
then you give them a nice piece, 200, 2 million. Good.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on that person, but that person, you get 200 million, give them 2 million.
Yeah.
That person, because that first of all, is your friend. The loaner is a little different.
Yeah, loaner. No, they're gonna get the money exactly what they gave me.
They both get a nice gift. One of them has a little nicer gift.
Nah. One
What
of
you
them don't.
obligated? What you feel obligated?
One of them don't get the nice gift. The other one gets they get their money back though.
I mean, I just hooked them up anyway on their birthday or something. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them ain't gonna know that I even won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jody said she'll give the loaner $500. From the 200, you get 300 back.
Buy them a TV.
Right.
Yeah, buy
You know,
a TV.
here's a here's a VR headset.
The wise man once said, my wise man.
But real talk. I mean,
Wise man once.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Yeah, but a person gonna really I'm not gonna I'm pretty much giving you back your money if you're gonna loan me money. Because that's how I am. I will pay you back. A person that gave me $200 off of their heart, I just I hooked them up if I got something that's real. I hooked them up,
Words from the wise man.
Yeah.
The wise man says this to you, AD. Why give him a TV when you can give him money and he buy his own TV?
Mm-hmm.
It's a gift. Birthday.
I think.
Maybe a gift card. Amazon gift card.
But when you give him, he can get whatever he desire in his own heart.
So buy Amazon gift card.
See?
Yeah.
Get it.
It's all about. I think it's all about your heart.
We'll do a wise man character.
It sounded like Master Splinter.
Whatever you want
Donatello.
to ask, and then I go into to answer question like this.
Mm-hmm.
Why, when people answer, I'm gonna start talking like that. About my character.
You gotta have your tea for that.
Yeah, right. I'll call it T-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the T-Ghost.
Mr.
Because I am
T-Man.
Mr. I am T-Ghost.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the T-Ghost.
Yeah.
You pity the dude.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we talk on, and we build on these things.
Yeah.
Furthermore, but you could say anything like, I want something to start. Maybe
Right.
It could be, you know what I mean?
Give me hot Cheetos.
Yeah, think about it. Yoda Priest, I like that. That's my name. Yoda
Yeah.
Priest, I like it. So when Yoda Priest comes in is when I have like either something deep to say
Mm-hmm.
or I want to answer a question.
Oh yeah.
And then it's my turn. Yoda Priest.
Yep. Wise words.
Yoda Priest.
Yep.
Like that. So Yoda Priest.
Yeah.
What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K?
4K.
Let's have my 4D.
HDMI.
Yeah.
Ooh.
HDMI.
H.
It's a joke because you gotta know what HDMI cords are.
That's a
Mojito.
nerd joke.
Yeah, it is a nerd joke. Get down.
He like, Homeboy is no.
Is
Yeah.
there chicken in there?
Yeah,
Get down.
Man.
his face is like,
He said you can't reach me with that.
yeah.
He said it like, yeah, you don't reach me. You can't reach me with that.
Oh
You need a
shit!
camera on so they can see, but straight
I
in
can't.
warrior mode. He
My
like,
cat wilding.
yeah, you gotta go get him. It's like he's straight warrior mode. He's like,
Yep. Yeah.
I'm a cat.
He's wilding.
Hey, me. I've never been. Go ahead, Solo.
No, but I want to go back to what she was saying about the relationship thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's something that's going on today. I think gender war is going on today. Standards is way out of pocket. I'm not gonna lie. Standards, it's almost like it's not even about genuine connections no more.
Right.
It's about how good, like, how are you the best possible person for me? You know what I mean? Like that's why we was watching the Pop the Balloons.
Right.
Because the Pop the Balloons be telling you what people go through in real relationships nowadays. You know, I think standards is all the way up here, and I get it. But not people really they're not coming in with them full selves. I think people coming in with a mask on. You know what I mean? Because once they take that mask off, that's when problems happen in a relationship. It's fun. It's hard to find genuineness in relationships today. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, like I said, got hurt by somebody else.
Right. You
yeah.
know why?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
What you said?
You know why all of this stuff happening, right?
Definitely is the era that we in. You know what I mean? I think social media has played a very big factor into it. I think a lot of homes. I think a lot of people don't come from the same background of homes and family. So yeah, I think it's actually a tons of reasons. I believe.
Right.
But what was you gonna say?
Let me read what Jody said first. She says, "Pop the Balloon Bay Area contacted me and asked me to be on the show." I just wanted to read that.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's the cause or the highlight division.
Highlight division.
Highlight the division. Highlight the chaos. That way we could control each member because they're not. This is not like it's almost business wise now. It's almost like business wise. They want to highlight the business. They didn't put it out. And so that we don't know why we argue and fuss and fight. It's been going on for years, but not like this.
Right.
The way that they have it is to keep the man and the woman separated. That way they can clean and destroy the family structure, what they want, because they want everybody to give in to them. And as they give in to them, they become the father and the mother or the big brother of our society.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my answer. I have no.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
When we have discussions, what do you say, AD?
What's the question?
No, he was talking about. I was giving the young man advice and solutions on the crazy world, and they caused division in the gender war. So I say that this is Yoda, Priest. No more said now.
So what's the question?
No, it was not even a question.
No question.
Yes, I failed.
You good. No. We're just breaking down, relationships in terms of like what's going on today. You know what I mean? Relationships and why they why are we in this war? You know what I mean? That's pretty much what he was asking.
It's difficult because from our perspective here, we're in California. So there's going to be a certain type of California girls, Other states, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Florida, Maryland, they're all going to be different types of girls. So I think everyone's going to have their different perspective based on those states.
No, I
can definitely tell when a girl is from out of town, though. Like when she's not a California girl. They're like cooler, they're fun, they're like happy. You know what I'm saying?
But what if, okay.
And I'm like, you're not from California, are you? They're like, how'd you know I'm from Texas? Like, yeah, I could tell you're not a California girl. There's something about the states that creates a mindset. Of course, it's not exact, but generally, especially at the nightclubs that I work at, I can tell which girls are not from around here. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I think that has something to be said because, depending on what your goals are or what your intentions are, you're gonna find different types of girls based on where they're from.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right in that sense. But I do think there's a genuine, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like, see, what you're saying about LA chicks and then like New York chicks. Yes, they're different, but there's still similar problems that go on.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm talking about. So I'm saying like the similar problems, like why I think it depends on what you're looking for, right? Obviously, what you're saying, like
your intentions.
I think the separation of families has been a very big influence lately. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like people can't really just get together, find somebody they like in their town, or like somebody in general, and they have this.
Priest, you okay?
No, he's a character.
Oh. I listen. That's all. I listen. Continue, young one.
Yes, see.
Good.
No, so pretty much what I'm thinking, right? I believe that separation of family.
Yeah, when I speak, yes, now you're both all right in your own mind. You both understand, but we have to believe. What if the person you speak of, AD, is from New York? They see a woman from California, and they say they're not like New York girl, more fun. So there you have other people from different places who enjoy girl from other places. So don't always look at yourself, AD. You must look at others spread around the world. So therefore, woman here,
right?
Man from Atlanta may like. It works both ways.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful, AD.
Yeah. Well,
that is enough yoga and stuff. So I'm just adding. I just added.
This is like the new grandmother's land.
Yeah, but see, you heard what I was saying. Yeah.
Right.
So it works all both ways.
Yeah.
Yoda's done. But continue, solo man.
No. Damn, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, that's real talk.
Start at the beginning.
Nah, but yeah, I mean,
in the beginning.
No, I mean, yeah, like I said, it is high expectations from both sides. You know what I mean? I mean, yes, where you from will influence your experience with the gender, right? No matter if you're a man or woman. No, I'm just talking in general. But yeah, where you from is definitely a part of the culture. But I think where today's age, a lot of young people are not getting together. They're not settling down. And there's reasons for it. I know social media has definitely influenced a lot of that. Dating apps and all that type of stuff. But there's definitely a war, and there's a lack of accountability that's going on. Heavily lack accountability. And both sides gotta we gotta master, like I said, I always say, I'm gonna keep it short and brief. Men have to learn how to become more masculine, and women have to be able to embrace how feminine they should be. And I think that's the ultimate balance of relationships. But we could go deeper into society on how they're tricking everybody. So we could do that. That's even a deeper topic to like why women think, that somebody got to take them out of their masculine. I hate that line, but and why guys have to learn how to become more masculine. And I think, you know, it's society. Society's kind of pushing a lot of agendas right now. And that's kind of like influencing the people. You can't fake influence. Got it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, it's a good topic to discuss. You know what I mean? It goes on. It's going on today. You know what I mean? You just gotta recognize it. You know, you gotta learn from it. You gotta learn the nature of man and woman, and you know, you gotta learn how we both operate. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see. For us.
Mm-hmm. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always go look at it from
Mm-hmm.
the whole top.
Right.
The whole top. And there's definitely a problem going on. Definitely. And we all see it. We all feel it.
Mm-hmm.
We the culture is like, don't speak on it. Don't yell on it. And people use weaponized things now. They weaponize feminists. They weaponize emotional trauma. Weaponizing it all. Because everyone is sticking in their box.
Mm-hmm.
If I put you in this box, I'm in this box. I don't like this. It's not this.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, it's too much of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. And so, look, y'all, blame. So everybody's playing a blaming game.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one coming, and no one's comfortable with just, they comfortable with making you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we at. Pointing fingers, Karens on an upride. They're just moving through everything, and then everything's now being recorded, so you get to see it in 3D. You get to see it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And so now social media, you get to hide.
Mm-hmm.
You get to hide, and then so the mental trauma starts to get to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The disorders start to be in full display because you're not taking your medicine, and it's real. You're not taking your medicine that your prescription that you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not taking your time with yourself if the medicine is too toxic for you. Because now it's a playground and a farming field for disorder and challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And now everyone is just coming to the play field without you seeing their face and everything. And they're just displaying and pushing out. And the government is supporting this because they want this to happen for us to be disconnected to truth and the true self. And then religious gets in the way, religious beliefs and dogma. It kind of clashes with science, and then all of this stuff start coming out now. Mm-hmm. And then that's
a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, because I want to sit on it. I mean, I don't rush these topics. They're very good. We get to be in the studio, take our time with that. Why not take time out and learn something and listen while I'm just sitting in the chair? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things we said, and that was said to me on the road that I take in, and I'm like, man, was that good for my soul? Was that toxic? But if it was toxic for me, then so be it. But now I'm learning from it. And then what don't kill you, you can definitely step upon it and get stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
And what you just said, the gender wars and how difficult it is. That's why I'm cool staying inside, yo. I don't have to be out there. I'm glad. For you, young,
yeah,
it's good.
Oh yeah. You don't ever. I mean, you don't let it. Like I always said, look, I don't stress myself in the dating life. You know what I mean? I'm actually pretty good at it. You know, I just whoever comes for me, they come for me. You know, and I'm just at that point in life where it's like, you know, if you impress me, then it's like, oh, that's different. But you know, like I mean, a lot of so-sos. So I mean, a lot of so-sos. So the so-sos is like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing long term. But you know, yeah. I mean, I'm okay. I mean, you never let it affect you. You know what I mean? You kind of understand once you get a good understanding of it. You know, the whole dating thing, the dating pool, and everything like that. You just as long as you okay with yourself. You know, I'm in my space of purpose and passion, and I have a vision for myself. You know what I mean? If I'm, like I said, I always say this: if I meet somebody along the way, you know what I mean, they're part of my journey, and there you go. But I'm not going to be outly looking in this toxic dating pool all the time. You know what I mean? I just come across who I come across, and I think you real. You know,
who come across
you know, they got to play for my team. If they play for my team, they good. You know, so. But
you don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. They don't even cook no more. I told you somebody told me that.
Oh, you talking about them
What
cooking?
is this?
Yeah.
I am not going to tell you what that is. I can tell you, we can talk about anything.
Right.
But I'm not going to tell you you're holding ginger. What's this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they don't know the. Oh, yeah, I got you.
I'm not going to tell you that's a ginger root. You're supposed to know that.
Right.
Know your roots and your fruit. Come on, man. I mean, come on. It's not like you're a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You're holding a ginger root and you ask me, what is this?
Yeah, that's wild. That's a little wild.
You got to know. No, I'm not telling you.
That's wild.
I'm not telling you.
A ginger? She didn't know the ginger?
No.
That's wild. That's a crazy.
Nah.
Yeah,
but know everything about Beyonce and concerts. Gotta know the basics, man.
Yeah.
Gotta know your ginger root. Gotta know if it's turmeric, if it's ginger.
Yeah.
What's this? Why is this yellow inside? Turmeric is not powder. And let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit don't grow in the grocery stores.
Yeah, it's true.
Come on.
That's true.
Getting too much. We're getting too disconnected, yo. Too disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
That's disconnected. Don't know if it grows on.
Yeah. That's today's era we in. DoorDash, Uber Eats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. There's girls out there. You know what I mean? There's girls out there that can cook, but you know, it's definitely, you know what I mean? They're hidden gems in my opinion. I call them hidden gems. They definitely hide. You gotta find one though, you know. It's real talk. You know what I mean?
What did Eric say?
Hmm?
Facts.
What happened?
No, I saw grounded. Gotta know. That's why you gotta get to the South. You gotta get back. You know what I'm saying? They know they gingers. You know what I'm saying? This right here is I didn't say ginger.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is a ginger root. This right here is turmeric. And you know what I'm saying? That's salt and pepper is the first. You know what salt and pepper is. You can lose in that. It could be desert salt. I don't know if a lot of people know about that. Desert salt, pink salt. You know what I'm saying? But it's bad that we're having this discussion about not knowing your roots, especially if you're a female and you know that's your thing. It's like, yo, you got to know your flowers. I don't know all the flowers.
Right.
I know some exotic ones, but I don't know. I know, you got your roses, baby breath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you got your baby breath, your roses, but I don't know all of the plants. You know, there's some girls, but that's a dandelion or sunflower. I understand, you know what I'm saying? But knowing what to put in the pot, that's magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's honor. That right there is so dope because you're a chemist. You're an alchemist now. You're putting things together that taste good, not only taste good, but make you feel good. And now because you're almost doing a form of magic because you're putting stuff in the pot that's making my dopamine come down. So you're making me in the mood that it's called an aphrodisiac. You don't even know about that. Right. Aphrodisiac. Certain potions they be doing. If you put some of this, eat that, then a little watermelon. Ooh.
Wow.
That's learned in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We take it to the kitchen. The kitchen is the laboratory for the forest. So the forest gives you the fruit, gives us the fruit, and the herb, that. You take it to your laboratory, which is the kitchen. And then you start putting the roots in there. And they always are demonic because, you know, Hansel and Jekyll. It's always scary. They made the Grimm brothers made the forest scary when actually the forest is the way to go. Because, you know, they say the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. It ain't no big bad. It's a bunch of them. But it's what makes them big and bad. They're in the forest where they're supposed to be.
Right. Yeah.
Stories of that. You get they make the shiny apple poison. Oh man, that apple's good. Yeah. I mean, the shiny apple, yo.
Well, this stories have meaning behind it. You know, not every apple's poison.
Yeah.
Not every apple's poison, but
on Disney it is. Those are different type of apples that we can't eat. We only can watch. What's the Pretty Woman? You know what I'm talking about? So, the princess.
Oh, all the princesses.
They always give the princess.
Princess Cinderella. You talking about
the Cinderella? The other side of Cinderella is the witch.
Right. And
they always come with some type like Sleeping Beauty.
Right.
There was some pretty apple or something like that. You're like,
yeah. I think the message. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I think the message is probably a little bit deeper there. It's a little bit deeper with the message. Not everything is good on the surface.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can be shiny, but you know, you take a bite out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shiny.
You know.
Right.
Something I think things is meant to deceive you in clever ways. You know, I think that's what I take from it, you know. But look who possesses the apple. You know what I mean? The witch. You know. But yeah.
The witch possesses the apple just like she had on them shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know what she get it wrong.
But what was I saying? Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh no, that's what I was gonna say. Mother Nature. Yeah, Mother Nature. You know, they paint the forest like this dark place, but you know, Mother Nature, you know, that provides Mother Nature. I was saying this to you. I said Mother Nature provides, you know, nutrition, medicine, you know, all these things that, you know, on, you know, the planet Earth is Mother Nature, right? But yeah, you know, it provides medicine, provides nutrition, and all these things, right? Like it's beautiful to look at, flowers and everything. So, you know, that's how I look at femininity from a spiritual level. You know, like it's supposed to be like that, nurturing and medication and food and nurturing and beauty. You know what I mean? Smells nice. Flowers are supposed to smell nice, right?
Right.
So, you know, you gotta remember there's nature, right? Nature is also chaotic. Sometimes you gotta kind of understand the storms that's going on, you know?
Right.
Know how to adjust by the storms. You know, it's raining, storming, or hurricanes and tsunamis, you know? Earth got many different weather reports. So you gotta know how Mother Nature's communicating with you. You know, that's how I look at it. But the way how, you know, yeah, you're right. Like the way how Hollywood probably paints it. That's why sometimes I don't really like how Hollywood and people depict like certain relationships. Like I was telling you about Spider-Man,
right?
How I always said Mary Jane's toxic. Mary Jane is toxic for Spider-Man, man. She's a toxic woman, but but I always was a big fan of Gwen Stacy. Nobody talks about Gwen Stacy, right? But Gwen Stacy loves Peter Parker. You know, so I mean, Peter Parker, but Mary Jane liked Spider-Man, but she didn't know Peter Parker ever. You know what I mean? Peter Parker liked Mary Jane, but Mary Jane liked Spider-Man. But Gwen Stacy loved Peter Parker. How did that work? But who does Hollywood push? Mary Jane.
Yep.
The words I'm just saying. But yeah, but real talk. It's yeah, crazy. Yeah.
I'm back. This is important.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll go with it a little bit too. But no. I got hope for this world, man. Like I always listen. My whole message is peace, right? Be very aware. Be very self-aware. Number one, but be very aware of what's going on around you. You know what I mean? Because we try to act like we know what's going on, but nah. Look, listen to a young person. Look at the youth. I could tell you, even them, they're on a whole nother thing with the dating tip, right? The examples that people are leaving, you know, for the youth, because I think the youth is the future. So if the youth is seeing, you know, people in their 30s and 20s, you know what I mean? Because not to say it like this, but like the 40s and people that's in their 40s and 50s and 60s and everything, your time is done. It's what's going on today is the 20s and the 30s. And it's the dating pool is wild, you know what I mean? People are getting married at later ages, you know what I mean? Or they're not getting married at all, right? So, you know what I mean? Like that, I think that influences family and culture and community. So, you know, I think when I talk about relationships, it's like I feel like it feeds into the world, because that's where all, you know, obviously starts with yourself, but we're social beings, right? So we gotta fix our relationships problems first, because you know that's something that we gotta fix, is our relationship problems, because that feeds into the world. You know what I mean? A lot of people get into the wrong thing. Look at Shannon Sharp, right? But I'm just saying, like, there's so many people that's showing you something going on. Look at Diddy, right? Like, just people got the wrong things, man. Yo. But hey, man, we in this. You know what I mean? We trying to make a better tomorrow. But what I'm gonna say is, get yourself right. Do therapy on yourself. Do self therapy. You know, it's good to sit in the dark. You know what I mean? And like isolate yourself for a little bit. You know what I mean? Go back in the world, but like isolate yourself for a little bit. Recharge those batteries. Think about the things you got to work on. Think about the things that you need to focus in. What is your purpose in this world? Is to define your purpose. You got to find what you're good at and find out what you could, you know, provide. You know, I just have hope for the world, you know, even though I know this is like a crazy place, but you know, we just try to find our solutions for ourselves. So yeah. But I'm at this point where I'm talking to talk.
No, you good.
I know. I'm just talking.
No, it's just over because listen, I wanted to schedule it. See, I did this scheduling. We got this you know, we got coming Sunday.
Right.
We're at this ill comedian, man. I was gonna make that surprise. It's gonna be great. But I wanted Ty Phoenix to come. I was trying to think of the date and I kind of mixed up the date. That's my bad. But I should have let her come today. So what I want to do is maybe because me and you have to go, we have to deal with something. I know I definitely do.
Right.
AD, what if we bring on Ty Phoenix?
Yeah, let's do it. She's always welcome.
Yeah, exactly. And then let her kind of like close it out, because I got a little schedule to be at, like in a few. AD, I can let her know. And because she's gonna break down. You know, she has a new album coming out, so I'm about to text what's her name right now. I'm about to text Knowledge Born, but I want to do everything right in the exact.
Right.
So I will. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, maybe we're gonna bring her on next Thursday.
Okay.
Next Thursday.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. I mean, it's good to be busy.
Oh yeah.
The summertime, kind of like a little bit busy or whatever. Damn, I don't want to cut your wisdom, but I'm also building with God Knowledge Born on here. And my thing is, check it out, because, you know, Ty Phoenix is an oracle also. And AD, she's going to build on astrology and the Great Awakening and the new golden era.
Right. Word.
Crazy. Remember Shadow? And a lot of y'all still need y'all shadow work done, so make sure y'all hit up Ty Phoenix. And also check out the Inmates of the Flame. And this is Mitch Horowitz. We got he blessed us with books, bro.
Yep.
Blessed us with books.
Who's that sharp fella right there?
Yeah.
Hold up.
You good.
How did I get this?
Yeah.
Main screen. Damn.
Yeah.
Hurry back.
That's crazy.
And make sure y'all cop these shirts now. So you don't have to worry.
Yep.
Already have it. Before the album, we got the pre-orders right now. So snatch them up, man, because I'm going to be out of... I told y'all, and the fans are going too. Know your herbs, your fruits, flowers, and veggies. Yeah, you got to know that. That's for Sunshine.
That's right.
V. Linus. Shout out to Sunshine Linus. Are you a Leo Linus?
Lioness, Your Highness.
That's y'all trademark, right? This little the claw.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it started in Chicago, right? So what we do?
Okay.
So
you said the link.
yeah. We started in Chicago, so we started throwing out online because it was a bunch of Leos, and then he was like, "Yo, this is our claw." So I keep it going,
That's
man.
real talk.
We always do our paw like this. Yeah. So anytime we meet another Leo, we just do like that.
That's real talk. Okay.
So we throw it up. It started.
Yo.
Lions. Yeah, we the Lions. But I kind of take that as people could take that as a diss though, AD, the way you put it on there.
It's
Why
lying.
you always lying? Yeah, I know. It's
lying around.
Show other books, Priest. Inmates to the Flames. This one, Practical Magic. You can get it, Dave Bland. Just go right on the where they can get the shirt at. We'll get it there. Go out. You get the shirt right on KillahPriest.com. Right upstairs where you get everything else.
KillahPriest.tv.
Yeah, KillahPriest.tv.
You can also link right to the stores.
This is esoteric, man. This is dope. I like the color. The birds, crazy on the cover.
Yeah. And we also...
Some hidden gems in there.
Yep.
It's the first one. Since that's the new... And we got hoodies. But check it out. Let me see that. Oh, yeah. You want to show them the secrets on there?
Yeah, I'm going to show them that everything's been adjusted. We had a little discrepancy with the shipping on one of them.
Yeah.
But it's been adjusted and fixed.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys can order as many of these as you want. So if you want to order more than one shirt, more than one CD, the shipping is adjusted for that. A lot more clean.
I don't know about the shirt. But what's the shirt?
I already got everything fixed. I adjusted everything.
Okay.
Like, we're good. So now we're...
That shirt right there that says sold out.
Yeah.
That's only large sold out. We have double X.
So you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, so that shirt is available. So
this is available in double X.
Double X.
Okay. And that's it?
Double X. What else? Yeah, double X for now. But we're gonna have that's available in double X. So we're gonna have that in all the colors soon. I mean all the sizes.
Okay.
But for now, just put double X on that one.
Okay.
Shout out to C1, man. I can't wait to C1's come see me. Bring the rest. So I'll tell you by now that we have everything. Well, anyway.
Okay, so yeah, I just adjusted the shipping on this one too. So if people want to order more than one shirt, 2 shirts, 10 shirts.
Yep, we got medium for you,
good.
Aurora. You got medium and small. Sorry. Go ahead. What you saying, AD?
That's
Cut
it.
your wisdom.
No, I'm just saying that they're adjusted. They can order more than one, and the shipping will accordingly fit.
Yeah, we got 4X. We got 4X. So 4X, that got to be for Torgard Beirut. He's the only one the tallest man on the planet.
So you're saying you have a double X for the W.
That's available in double X only.
And how many quantities do you have of that right now? Like 5, 10?
5.
Got you.
And let me see a couple. Well, we discussed this afterwards.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Sorry, Salo, you was building. Wisdom. Yeah.
Nah, you good. You good.
Now, hold on, real quick. Now that hoodie, that's the back of the hoodie, right?
Yeah.
The front of the hoodie is what? Thank you. The front of the hoodie is the small Abraxas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. So we have that in small.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that in small. We got a bunch of smalls and mediums of that.
You said small and mediums? Because I have a hair sold out.
Nope, put the medium back.
Putting the
I mean,
medium
we got
back?
medium, right? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, what was yours? But yours don't
I
have the
just
W
had
in the back.
small.
Yeah. Yeah, the hoodies is dope. So we got that for, yeah. It's a win-win situation. That's right. It's a win-win situation, man.
Yep.
Do you have a medium of the hoodies?
Yeah. Salo, you want to finish?
I mean, I pretty much I think I got to my point. I mean, like, yeah, I think you know, when it comes down to relationships, I believe that, you know, we gotta start with ourselves. I think that's really number one. What you prioritize, what's something that you really believe in, and you want to find some type of happiness with somebody, start with yourself first. You know what I mean? That's my biggest advice. You know, that's where I would start, because I do think the dating pool today, in today's age, right, for the people that's in my era, people that's in my age group, I mean, if you're trying to look for somebody, start with yourself. That's my biggest advice. Start with yourself, your core values, you know what I mean? And lower your standards, man. A lot of people don't want to hear all that extra stuff that you know, that another person hasn't, you know, bring you. You know what I mean? Start with, you know, lower your standards a little bit, tad bit. You know what I mean? It don't gotta be too low, but just lower a little bit. You know, sometimes I be hearing some of y'all, especially
Wanting mix.
But nah, just real talk. Like, yeah, just, you know, start with yourself. You know, it starts with you at the end of the day. What you put in, wait, no, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm trying to find the words that get it right. But yeah, you will attract the person that, you know, if you want to find somebody serious, you want to find somebody long term, how you go about things in life, you will attract that, you know. So that's how I look at it. But yeah, I pretty much got to my point. Yeah, I pretty much got to my point, you know.
Yeah, that was good. We gotta think about it like that, man.
Yeah.
He says Solo Gems, I'm ready for you, Prince. Getting to know you, man. That's good.
All right.
And that's the whole thing. Is, see, I always told Salo, I said, man, you know what? It seems like you say a lot, but people don't hear you. And no, for real. It's like you're not the more talkative out of all of us. And it's like Z more, you know, you can see Z, you know, he talk. But sometimes it's like what you say makes sense.
Right.
It's just that because you're not trying to be the top one in the room. You're not trying to be the voice in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not saying that everybody else is, but sometimes you could be the cool one. That's how I was. Like, just be quiet sometimes and observe. And then when it's time for you to go, you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you be saying some stuff. And I'm like, oh man, you're gonna be dope on the Podcraft, because you like when you go in, you go in. And a lot of people will start to learn as you start talking more, they're gonna be like, oh wow. You know what I mean? I was like,
I try to you know, I mean, you know, I appreciate that. I don't, you know, my thing is, my perspective, I'm just trying to come from the truth, you know what I mean? And what do I see? I'm trying to give y'all my perspective. I'm not trying to control nobody's life. You don't have to agree with me, you know, but like, I think, you know, I just have a certain perspective about how to think, you know, and I think that a lot of people want to be this scene leader or something like that. I guess, I don't know. Some people want to be seen. And I think I'm just not a person that, you know, I'm very observant. That's really what it is. I'm very observant. When I see something that Could be an issue, might be an issue. I try to understand people's lenses, so I try to see through other people's experiences, because we all don't have the same background. People come from different areas, people come from different places, so I just give you my perspective. And first of I might see something different than what you see for me. So yeah, you know what I mean. But I just be chilling. Honestly, I be chilling. I just try to have the best advice I can.
Yep. Yo, I gotta go to Raz, Miss Raz event, but tonight I'm going. So I'm gonna make sure I go because I'm gonna leave here early today. Shout out to Raz Kaz. I will be there. It's gonna be my first time being there. He does his thing with will.i.am.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be crazy. So there's event night. Look. The Capper been there a couple of times. Shout out to Raz Kaz. He's with him and will.i.am. So we got a whole bunch of stuff, like I said, that's going. Much gratitude to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
AD.
Yep.
Yeah, how you want to do this? Let's get to the music.
Yeah, we can just go to the music and then take it from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You finished? You built?
Oh yeah, I got to my point. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Take me off because I'm not going to be on this segment. I'll be right over here because I need something.
Yes, sir.
I need
And
something.
the chicken's in the oven, by the way.
I'm doing these crackers right here.
Just so that Solomon knows, because I had to hide the chicken from the cat.
Right.
Right. Fine.
Hey, order for we got one. Jay Bland, order confirmation, no doubt, my brother. That'll be sent out to you soon.
Nice.
New Sunshine. Shout out to Sunshine. She's a Leo. August. Boom. What day in August? Shout out to all my Leos. We be in there.
Yeah. Jay Bland says 420 sales tax. We can't adjust that. The taxes are the taxes. But we do have the best shipping rates.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, he's saying 420, like 420.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Weed. That's dope. That's dope.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you set that up.
I don't want him to think that we put that there on purpose.
Right.
Hey, 420. I ain't even smoking anymore, man.
Oh yeah.
No more weed.
Why not?
I'm
What
done with
happened?
it, bro. It's not the same stuff. In 2005, 2006, it was homegrown. It was nice. It was good. It was cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's all Frankenstein weed, yo.
Yeah.
There's chemicals in there. They're using advanced nutrients. They're using pesticides, herbicides, fungicides.
Damn, you got
knows?
straight smokers not smoking no more because of what they're doing.
I was down to one hit. One hit. I had a small little bombs. I remember I used to have the big bombs, and it was just like it was an event. You know what I mean? To just have the big zongs and bongs and stuff. Now I have this small little tiny bomb.
Yeah.
Take one little, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Nah, man. Psychosis, confusion. It's just too damn strong. It's a whole other thing. So I went on ChatGPT.
Right.
I'm like, what's up with the weed nowadays? It's like, oh yeah, it's completely different.
What?
Yeah.
See, you know the tree. You know the fruit by the trees. You know the tree by the fruit it bears. Wow.
Yeah,
So
they're basically putting concentrates in the weed itself. So when you're smoking like the flower, it's like concentrated flower. It's
What?
just like, it's like the difference between having a beer and a shot of Everclear.
They said that you're going to seek pleasure, not find it in these days and times.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy because you need some type of break from all of this wild stuff that's happening. All this wild stuff that's going on. I'm just picking up books. I got more.
Yep.
This is the Adepts. The Western Esoteric Tradition by Manly Palmer Hall. Oh, that was a trivia. What did P stand for? In Manly.
Pimpin'.
I never knew that. It's Palmer.
Player.
Yeah. Yeah. Practice. Yep. Exactly. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. I was checking out Johannes, some Carl Jung. There's a lot of cats. Johannes. Also in the 15, I was checking them out, and I was like, man, these guys was a lot of stuff that came out during that time. People run from it, but it was kind of deep. It was like a they were dropping some science of what they thought the world was and switching some stuff up. And they came out with all these things like magicians, the seers and stuff like that. Very deep stuff. Very good stuff.
Word.
And we got them back. We got Ty Phoenix coming with the
So Ty
astrology,
Phoenix
the
is
Golden
next week.
Dawn. Yeah, she's coming today.
Next Thursday.
So it's gonna be next Thursday. We already have a guest for Sunday.
For
so
Sunday?
should be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll announce that on my my IG.
Yeah.
Killah Priest back. All right, let's get to the music.
Word.
All right, here we go.
Thorn Promotions. You sending your music, we play it live on the show for Killah Priest and the world to hear.
What happened?
Nothing. That's funny.
What up, though? I missed it.
Oh, you missed it. Yeah, you missed it, Andy. You gotta see that. That was funny. I can't.
I'm over here doing the intro.
Oh yeah, you're fine. It's all good. It's all good.
You know, at the club, when one of the girls falls down, I say, "Bitches be tripping."
Yeah.
I say it right on the mic too. They're like, "That's not funny, AD. She fell down."
Oh man.
And I say, "Bitches be tripping."
Nah.
I got a laugh track at work too, so
I believe
no matter
it.
what happens, I get a laugh.
Oh, I believe it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they like that. Do they like hearing that? Yeah.
It don't matter. I don't care what they like. I'm the DJ. You know what I'm saying? I got the same buttons, same sound effects.
Hey. Oh. Hey.
But yeah, it's if it's a bad fall and I feel embarrassed, I'll be like, "Ooh, bitches be tripping." I say it softer.
Oh, you say it softly and nice,
Yeah.
so they could.
Bitches be tripping.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you say it like straightforward, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna like
if
that.
it's a little slip, I'll be like, "Oh, bitches be slipping." You gotta be there. It's funny when it happens.
I believe it. No, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. Okay, let's get right to it. Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's see. What song promotions we got going on? All right. We got a submission here from a Mr. Danny Solinas.
Hey.
On behalf of Donnie Arcade, who's from Cleveland. The song is called Doing Music.
Doing music. Talk.
All right.
Do it, hey, do it, hey, I'm doing magic, 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 doing magic, I'm doing magic, I'm doing magic, I'm doing magic, writing automatic, control this world like had an instruction man. So long the veil's been gone. Yeah, this world is cold. Dealing with different energies, I've been throwing balls. I done seen it all, but still I wanna see more. Open my third eye at 11:11, I walk through the doors. Burning sage in my pocket, got black tourmaline. I'ma go for mine, I'm controlling time. The book of spells, every chapter, yeah, it's so divine. They tried to do mind control, but couldn't control my mind. Yeah, it's so surreal, just call me Copperfield. Looking like Cloverfield, all of y'all know it's real. I'm doing magic, 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 yeah, doing magic, I'm doing magic, I'm doing magic, I'm doing magic. They can't stand it, like I've been vamping. I'ma just vanish, reappear, light up some candles. They been sleeping, we been expanding. It's so lavish, abracadabra, different planets, spaceship landing. They calling it spooky, they can't handle it. Living like sheep, taking advantage of it, making a potion. Got me an amulet, all of this power. How do you manage it? Say bye to the matrix. Yeah, we gon' kick it. Why they still living? I'm Bobby Hemming.
getting close, but see, if we deal with it, the intellectual level can only take a certain point, to a certain point. Then you have to cross into the spirit level. And the spirit level takes a little bit of confidence in the stuff around you. You don't have religious doctrines and other things to go by. Just doing your own particular things. See what's coming on you? And so what's going to happen is now your powers are coming back. We'll go into all of that. But you're going to have to pay attention to very small things. And those small things you pay attention to is going to be the things that's going to help you in this particular power.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that was dope.
Killed it.
How'd you like that?
That was fire. That was
Dude,
fire.
magic.
Shout outs. Yeah.
There's a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's catchy. It's fire. Like it. Yeah.
Doing magic.
Yeah,
I like
doing magic. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Let's keep going. No, Donnie Arcade is really good.
Yeah. Killing it.
Like, I'm glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Danny Salinas for admitting that. That is dope. Okay, so that's a song promotion submission. I don't think we have any more song promotions. We do have a God finale, and we do have a feature presentation.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna go on to the feature presentation first.
All right, let's go.
So let me get that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing, man. 1 second. Let's see.
Yeah. Nuggets is up. Right. Trying to force game 7. Yeah.
All right. Today's feature presentation is called Crip Jesus, Nipsey Spirit 4.
So
I'm not from this world you from, bro.
Okay.
I don't go by these rules, homie.
Okay.
And I've been to jail. That don't threaten me, bro. Trust me. If I had a bad day, I'd have tested your jaw.
Okay.
And I'd have got my homegirl to test your jaw.
Okay, and
So
y'all
don't
gonna go
talk.
to jail
Don't,
and you just
I'm
said
not
you've been before.
I ain't tripping on jail. I trip on respect.
Okay.
I'm willing to die behind mine, let alone go to jail.
Rest in peace. I still see the ghosts of Nipsey Hussle and Crenshaw standing in blue laces. Real recognize real, y'all niggas got new faces. Still smell gun smoke, I still hear the bottles breaking. Remember conversations I had with Satan. Remember Mace turned to Pastor Mason. I wonder what secrets he know about Diddy that he ain't saying. I'm from a block where it's no complaining, and niggas get shot for their names ending up in them affidavits, straight from the Bible's lost pages. You know them devils wanna be us, but they never trade places. Still doubt the cases, the court still racist. Skip the arraignment, the judge and the plaintiff. I hop on the plane, touchdown JFK. Black Illuminati, tap in with the Masons. Fake food laced with ADHD, fentanyl, shit dangerous. Shout out everybody trying to make it out the matrix. I'm Neo, sent to free the people from all of this fake ass trap rap should be illegal. Gold Desert Eagles like El Chapo. When they see my truck, they run up like I'm selling tacos, the big homie. To all the homies locked in cages like Nelson Mandela, we hold it down till you get out in 2000, whatever. May Allah bless all of our endeavors. Whatever we got to go through to get through this weather. However, wear a heckler like a sweater till the days get better. We mobsters without the funny suits and hats with the feathers. Went from Glock 9s to M9 Berettas. From Queens to LA like world peace matter. Shout out to Almighty and Allah dominant. We done hustled in every hood on the continent. The stories will never be told. All written is forbidden, only permitted to real niggas that's initiated. Stayed 10 toes on the block, you participated, got they name and they game up. Mean they graduated, niggas God body in they raps. That's imagination, left my bitch for these blue scripts. I'm infatuated, swing swords like I'm King David. That's decapitation, just ate a couple shrooms, now I'm activated. Hold up, I just ate a couple shrooms, now I'm activated.
Please have mercy on me.
And you lucky I wasn't on no bullshit today, because I would have tested your jaw. Trust me.
All right.
You feel me? Quote me on that. Nightboot, victory lap on the way.
Okay. Okay.
What'd you think of that, Solo?
That was smooth. I like that. That was smooth.
Ooh.
Shout out to Crib Jesus, man. That was killer.
Fire. I like the piano. I like the chords. I kind of wanted it to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like for this type of track, I always talk about short tracks are better.
I'm not from this world.
I always talk about how short tracks are better, but that was 3-minute song still. But it leaves you wanting more.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So I'm not saying he has to adjust anything. It's perfect. But it's just such a good beat. You could almost go 5 minutes with that.
That's real.
You know?
Yeah. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. That's real talk.
Yeah, that store is just down the street.
Oh, word? Oh, that's a store?
Yeah, he had his store was just right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to go to that burger spot. I know his brother got a burger spot coming. He came out, you know. It's been crowded. That's one reason I haven't went yet. One of these days. But shout out to Crib Jesus though. He killed that.
Shout out to CJ, another banger.
Word too. I know we wearing red. Don't get it wrong. we wearing red, but we our hearts are blue.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, real talk.
All right, it is time for let me hit refresh real quick. It is time for the God finale with none other than Zodiac.
Hey.
Song is called Superman Anthem.
Yeah. Pick up.
Turn them up.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Yo, 12 jewels across my crown. Can't hear nothing, the blood's too loud. See me running out the clouds when it comes to the ram. Say I am, wake the lamb, Superman. Smack a snake half awake, hey, the Superman. Blew up in the sky like grenades and damn. Aries body slam, their bodies became lambs. You'll be like, oh, that's Islam. Taurus get stuck, I bulldozed enough on the ground. I'm about to blow like me up. Tiger ups high downside, the inner on the outside. Measuring the heavens angles with my mouth wide. Damn, the son and only Superman. I didn't know Kazam, steady scripts like Korans. Gemini claps for some of this and some of that. Catch yourselves crack from the claw, Leo cats over there. Lighting on my Tesla, beware of this illegard shit right here. Shimmy, yeah, illegard killer Zoe. Light so bright, this ain't your average glow. Coming like woo-ah, I'm in raw. Telling them about they soul stars, baby Mars. So with trees in motion, talk to ghosts there. Something in my pen writes oceans, Aquarian explosions. Oh my lord, this vocabulary rap of the Zeus lay lord. They say Pisces is mad cloudy. Z across my chest, don't leave home without it. It's the, alright y'all, get your compass, get your square, make a dot in the center. Draw a circle in the air, divided in 12 parts as a zodiac. I'm God, you should have warned me. I'm in no category. Then you ain't know that I existed. Thought I would quit, but I insisted. I'm God, give me the glory. So blind, y'all should have saw me. Words in the book of life is scripted. Zodiac, look what I predicted. D-U-C-K duck, don't get struck below. Letting lightning bolts go, see the smoke as it looms. Bomb clouds resemble mushrooms, so I made a song about it. You can't hear it till you grow. Question, who exactly do the planet's favor? Man of the creator, man lives in nature. Over course of blood, oh yeah, what's the future? Mortal I never was before, man called me Zupa. Now it's savage, yo, I will rather know. Every time I pow wow, she can never hoe. I'm so Zupa, even flat ups turn from my super sperm. Cassie this electric, laying down the law, it's expected. Organized burger with a Capricorn method. Less predicted, the psychic, the mystic. Crystals with bright blue flames, deep epistles. With exploded. Viral video frame, what's his name? Took it caught up in the Langdon rain. The M-O-N-K mark is still lethal. Target hit the O in the range like pumps on Trump. Shooter had a Zodiac style is law in me. Now the tree of life grew taller than me. F-A-N-M-I-L-Y, R-A-I, S-C-R, that's law. I'm so wise. Superman, I thought he learned. I tossed his sperm. See who KZ, the super's burn. Simile simp, I'll never be. And try and clone, but still can't be me. How many shots lick does it take for me to kill resent inside a Scorpio snake? The priests be so deep, the cruise to elite priesthood. Flying altitudes you can't reach. They all try, but they have no clue. The kids say
Superman, I wanna be like you.
Tell them they should quit if they really couldn't spit. Most of y'all should've never grabbed pens to begin with. The Z-U-P-E-R, man. The Z-U-P-E-R, man. The Z-U-P-E-R, man. Here I am, the Superman. Yeah, my pen drew a line in front of the door, call it DoorDash. Broke arms and legs, and when I'm leaving them with forecast. Out on the limb, you ain't even leave the floor grass. Sign the kick, man, kill the noise of silence for cash. See me sliding on beside and liquid sword splash. Frequency strong enough to make his tuning fork ash. Lose your life and your weapon if our swords clash. Heaven on the warpath, legendary war map. Farmer reap produce as if 7 of me walk past. Witchy-watchy, Liberace, serpent-headed crown. If they do the hocus pocus, it can turn your health around. Form a ring around the OZ, apocalypse proposed to me. Ashe, we all want crowns. Skip to my woo side, Kuna Montezuma. Shooting at the hoopla. Little stars twinkle, I don't wonder what I am. Read the lines in every wrinkle, urban this when I tinkle. Legend con flow, true with living God jingle. I brought heaven to the show. The builder refused to stone and not a rock up high, baby. How high? So high, so my chakra lights maybe ultraviolet so bright. Not the vision of what man saw me. On world status, make predictions in the plan for me. Picture in the jamboree, listen to the hand story. Legend claims 1,000 ninjas in the clan for me. Master killer's hands draw me. Magic the plans taught me. Answer when the planets call me. Fabric made the lambs warm me. Hallelujah, grand glory. How the future ran toward me. If it happened, then you know it, clap your hands for me. The Z-U-P-E-R, man. The Z-U-P-E-R, man. The Z-U-P-E-R, man. Here I am, the Superman.
Oh yeah, give him by me, dude.
Yo.
Banger. Shout out.
That was straight fire.
The dope homage, man. That was a dope homage. Yeah.
Dope homage. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it was an homage.
Priest is saying Warpath.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the wordplay, yeah.
Oh, the wordplay, yeah.
Yeah.
Priest says.
No. Tell him that was incredible. I'd say lyrical. That's God stuff, not good stuff. It's God stuff.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's all God stuff.
All God stuff. I have your mic way up so they can hear you in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's God stuff. Yo, I never heard anybody flip Method Man. The Superman, that was crazy.
Shout
Warpath, and then the sword, like, I gotta hear that again. Crazy.
Yeah.
Real.
Left him in a forecast.
Yeah, left him in a. Oh no, he said broke his arm. And left him in a forecast.
Yeah. That was fire. Yeah. I was impressed mostly with the graphics. Because, I mean, he was already so advanced with whatever he's doing with the graphic technology. I can't even speak on what it is because it's not my world. I'm an audio sound guy. But he's mastered the visualizations. There was so much new stuff happening in there visually that I've never even seen on Instagram or any of the graphic design stuff. It's like beyond what I would even see in a video game. You know, like this top level stuff. You should be working for like Universal or like a huge production company at this point because you're making such high end renders. I know, but it's not even close to being amateur. It's so professional that it's ridiculous. Like you're acting as a full on company, like a full on production company. It's that high end. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you could be working for Disney or somebody. I don't even see Disney doing stuff like this. With the way the visualization goes. I can't speak on how it's working. Back in my day, they used a program called Maya to make like graphic design and stuff. But I know he's using some other high-end thing I can't even speak.
Yeah.
But that's just amazing visual graphics. The movements is so clear. You know, it's just really well done. It's really well done. I don't know how he's doing.
Yeah, man, shout out to Kai Zodiac, killing it. Yup. Man.
Hey, The Crossing. I'm just saying my opinion because I'm not too familiar with that space. I'm impressed from what I'm seeing. If you think you've seen better than that, that's cool for you. I haven't seen better than that for myself. But then again, that's not my world. I'm not in that space. But I'm just very impressed with that presentation, that video, and that was fire. You seem to be more of an expert in that realm, so that's what's up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You got the critics out there. There's critics everywhere.
All right.
Yeah, I'll check that out, Jay Bland, the Lucasfilm stuff.
Real talk.
I am keeping it real, Crossing. I'm keeping it real with what I know. You know something else I don't.
All right.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah. So that is it for the song promotions. Shout out to Ka Zodiac for that God finale. That was incredible.
Real talk. Shout out to
we actually right on time.
Yeah, Razkaz, all right. Yeah, you know.
That's what's up.
All right. So are we closing out?
Yeah, you guys can submit for the next song promotion segment, which we're doing on Sunday.
All right.
Let's see, this Sunday's a normal day, right? The 18th. Yeah. All right, so we're all set for Sunday, and that's only in like a couple days. So submit your tracks for that episode. And you said you have a guest for that day, right? Sunday? A big guest?
Yep.
You want to give any hints about who it is? A comedian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get ready to laugh.
That should be funny.
Yep.
That's what's up.
That's going to be lit.
All right, it's on you, Solo.
It's on me?
Back in the studio with Solo Jam.
It's on me. Okay. All right. Well, you know, we talked a lot, man. We talked a lot about love and relationships and all that type of stuff. You know, I got a hot date coming on tonight, so I got to get out of here. Yeah, I got to get out of here. I got a hot date going on right now, so you know, we got to get out of there. My dad got to see Razkaz, so you know, we got things moving in motion. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Real talk. Nah, but much love to y'all. Keep doing your thing, living your lives. You know what I mean? Be real. Until next time, man. See y'all Sunday.
That's what's up.
Yep. Real talk.
All right, we are out and see y'all on Sunday, y'all.
The government tell us we woke, and at the same time sell us the dope that leads to heart failures and strokes. Where do we start? Do we believe what the elders wrote, or the ones who watch through a telescope? The Illuminati Cyclops, beast mark on every coast. The head of a cult, the devil goat that sits in a drum circle like a hippie, dressed like a gypsy. My best of rocket the nebula quotes is like Tesla notes. Now they got surveillance on Diddy. I'm a cross between Umar Johnson and Billy Carson. I told my grandmother that we are from where the stars from. I'm like Rod Hayes, but I'm Todd Wave with a blonde fade. Some days it'll be an orange braid, half shade. That's just his character. I made hair like lemonade. Both his parents come from Africa. Y'all know the prototype, it's the walking life. See, the sun is the source of light. They made my quartz bright as New York at night. They say when Walter Wright, he can steer Hathor to the boat of the moon. Into the cliff, sent to the glyphs to open the tombs. They say killer flows is like pillar porticos that fulfill the scrolls made of silver and gold. The bars I laid is like sculpted on the architrave. I wrote it like an art display of gods and goddesses with darker shades. I wrote it in the chamber, glowing like the child that was golden in the manger. Only 3 kings knew he was growing to be the savior. Okay, back to rap more about Hathor, the cow-headed near the Nile desert. Under the white clouds, the native dancing in the powwow. He wore the head crown of owl feathers. As the clan went from loud records, and priests and Jizza wrote their signature down on Geffen. And hip-hop's are where I found the presence. The shepherds are coming down from Mount Everest, surrounded by peasants. With unclean skin disease, they called them leopard. I pointed a finger up and moved it around till I found the nebula. I told them I walked through Babylon, Persia, and Mecca. I talked to bees out their nectar, kings out their treasure. I've been counting ever since I've been walking. I started from forever. I've been writing on steelies inside of caverns where it's misty. Dealt tarot cards to the hands of time. Closed my eyes while the mouth of a cave kissed me. I gave the walls history. Y'all enslaved us all misery. That's why I shaved it off and came back bald, a mystery. I wrote it all on big slabs of lapis, lazuli, channel vibes to the candle fire. 12 candlesticks sits on amethyst. I write my scrolls on a clove of a rose. You see them when they unfold, the untold secret me and the queen bee hold. So when they make the pollen then, I can communicate with the insect world like King Solomon. I mean solar gems, most roll to him.
Then I went rogue on them, those who stole my pen. Then I went ice cold as wind. Geminis, we roll as twins. When we take the mic, we're the walking life.
The D's rated houses looking for your favorite out of Brooklyn. Africa praises to the bushmen, to the natives in the woodlands. The raisins in the Juxin, through the mazes of the bullpen. They killed our saviors, re-raised us and made us into hoodlums. Malcolm X became one of the greatest out of the Muslims, except for this boxer who never went to Oxford, never became a doctor, but got the rings of the chakras. Cassius Clay and Hathaway passed away, saw dimensions. George Benson, could this be a masquerade? Preacher said fast and pray. My mother's not there, but I asked her grave. Tiffany's not here, but her ashes stayed. What words will Prince and Michael Jackson say? I was a boy, now the mirror showed me patches of gray. Then it got black, and I started like tapping into a haze. Dazed, the mirror said your hair looked glazed because that's how much passion you gave. This is what happened, you still rapping. The mirror became my healer when it told me I was a pyramid giver, a gold spitter and a soul filler. I came to slay the Antichrist, walking life, walking life. Yeah, that's my prayer.
Now, who were some of your early influences?
Well, the planets, the creator, mythical gods, real ones, people, flowers, everything in nature, inspiration. Musicians get their inspiration really from environmental things, and all musicians are inspiration to me, no matter what style they're playing.